Falcons come into this is a place arena for the first time in school history. Only the second meeting between Skyridge and Lehi in the basketball court. And it'll be a fun one. Dusty Lister alongside Hector Marquez. And Hector, game one went the way of Skyridge. It was Tate Larson with 24 points. He had 6 threes that evening. He's going to have a repeat performance, and Skyridge is going to get another win against Lehi.
Yeah, that was a real shocker. But, I mean, they got some other guys. I'd look for Jordan Kohler to kind of get things going. But I think Skyridge is going to have to shoot lights out. The thing is that Lehi has the dudes to match.
Well, speaking of dudes of Lehi, you got to speak of Cooper Lewis, who right now, if Dana and I were to do the leader in the clubhouse for player of the year, it is Cooper Lewis. This kid has been unreal, not just this year, but for 3 years, but this year in specifically, Cooper is the man.
This might be the house that Cooper built. Instead of this is a place arena, but yeah, that kid, he is in range right when he walks into the gym. He's grown a little bit. He's not a little guy anymore. I mean, he's really mature, and that mature game kind of gets everybody else going on the team as well.
Absolutely. When we talk about Skyridge, obviously Tate Larson had the big night. Mostiller had 13, Gagan and Kohler had 10, Halsey had 10. I mean, they had guys, and Skyridge just got it going. And if I'm Jeff Gardner, I'm looking at Kohler. He only had 10 points that first matchup. They won by 11 points. Jordan Kohler's not going to score 10 points tonight.
I think Jordan Kohler's a 15-plus easy.
Easy.
I would not be surprised if he goes off for 20 today. Watching him in warm-ups, he looks locked in.
Of course, Jordan Kohler, the younger brother of Jackson Kohler. I'm sure he's watching back in East Lansing.
Yeah. Jackson Kohler, stud. His brother's starting to pick things up here. Got the best shoes in the gym right now.
It was a good kick. It's going to be Kohler versus Cowan for the opening tip-off, as it is Kohler, Mosteller, Larson, Dane Housley, and Ethan Gagan in the starting 5 tonight for Coach Jeff Gardner. Skyridge comes in tonight 9-11 on the season, 4-3 in region play, and a steal on the opening possession as Cooper Lewis comes back to get down away from Kohler. Cooper for 3. He wanted to bring the house down to get things started.
And it looks like Coach Lewis is not going to let Jordan Kohler get loose. So we'll see how Jordan reacts after that double as soon as he touched the ball.
Good matchup with Brousseau and Kohler down the post as Mosteller terminates. Cooper with his second steal of the quarter. Cooper was right at Gagan, now turns it over as Housley picks up the loose ball.
Yeah, Cooper Lewis could have opened up a little bit and watched some cutters go, but I get it. He's feeling it. He wants to get loose early.
Good energy, amazing energy in this building as Housley had 2 shots to go get that. 3 possessions and 3 steals for Lehi. Cowan trying to go cross court to Hawkins, and that's off the mark. And the ball will go back to Skyridge.
There's a lot of energy in the building, and I think it's affecting the kids on the floor right now. They just need to calm down, settle a little bit.
Of course, Jeff Gardner and Quincy Lewis have an amazing history against each other. So many years, Brighton versus Lone Peak in the state championships all went the way of Lone Peak as Jordan Kohler inside, and the first points of the night go to the junior post.
That was a great move. They're trying not to let him touch the ball. Great back door. I thought he was going to throw that one down.
Of course, Jeff Gardner will love that. I'm going to mention this. The most famous matchup was that 2013 matchup where Jeff Gardner held the ball the entire third quarter. As Mosteller thought that may have gone off his leg, Mr. Fish said no, went off of Brousseau. It'll be Skyridge basketball.
Coach Gardner's really, really known to set some good sets here, and that'll settle these guys down.
In fact, coaches say that no one has a deeper playbook than Jeff Gardner in the state.
As the kids would say, he's got a deep bag.
And another steal. That's a 4th steal to start out this game for the Pioneers as Hawkins leaves it for Cowan, and we're tied at 2.
That was a great pass by Hawkins. He's a kid to watch today, too. He could go off.
Of course, Easton Hawkins going to have family watching this stream all the way from Canada and other places. Wide open is Gagan. Lipped out the triple and the rebound to Brousseau.
It looked like Lehi got mixed up. They're going to go double, and someone missed their assignment.
Cooper, fall away, lipped out, rebound loose, and tracked down by Larson. On the run, Housley. Turns it over. 5th steal of the quarter, Hector.
And it's not so much that Lehi is, on the ball defense. It's just Skyridge is kind of getting into the jump stop, and they're just throwing it across court, and Lehi is just waiting for them.
Of course, this stream coming to you. We talk about Skyridge stream. It's good. We work with Skyridge, part of our Rewind Sports Network. So we have Lehi fans. This won't be a slanted viewpoint, but certainly a Skyridge stream as they try to go high-low into Cowan. Oh, nice spin, the foul, and the bucket. Nice finish by Gabe Cowan. The foul will go to Jackson Mosteller.
That was some really good hang time by Cowan. I saw it at a camp earlier this year before the season started. Man, that kid could jump.
We have not had a 34 check in as Cowan misses the free throw.
Those of you at home, if you can't really see the whole gym, there's standing room only.
Hawkins with another steal. Hawkins in the lane. Oh, man, got the kiss off the back of the iron, and Easton Hawkins extends Lehi's lead to 4. Housley finds Kohler, slapped away from behind by Brousseau, and it'll be Skyridge inbound along the baseline.
That was a good recovery from Lehi to poke that out of Kohler's hand.
Ryder Gentry, number 34, the sophomore. So inbound into Gagan, over to Larson. Tate had the huge game in game 1. They go a little sluggo on that one, a little hook and go.
Yeah, it was the elbow play. And they're just overplaying Kohler, so they thought they could sneak that one over. But Brousseau, football guy, got his paws on it.
It's going to be going to Utah State. His brother, Jackson, watching the stream from Fort Collins. The 3 from the corner is good. Ryder Gentry, get to know that name, the sophomore.
So before the game started, I was told that Ryder Gentry has been lighting it up in the lower levels, and they're bringing him up, so expect him to get a lot of minutes today.
Cooper Lewis gets the bump and the bucket. No foul. And a 3-point lead to Lehi. Quincy wants answers.
See why he's missing a little bit of hair.
Yeah.
In the back there.
Jackson with Brousseau, a little fall away on the baseline. Doesn't go. Rebound off of Hawkins, and will stay here with Skyridge. Good refereeing crew here tonight, by the way. All 3 of these referees, we'll see them at the Huntsman Center.
Well, it's always good when you're calling the game and you see the refs walk in, because you know it's going to be a good one.
No. So trigger in to Kohler. And now Dane Housley. Doesn't take the 3, drives it. Callan blocked away. Loose ball in the hands of Jace John. This Lehi defense has been huge in the opening quarter. Try to get that to Cooper, and it's taken away by Gagan. Lewis on the chase. Oh, and
smoked it.
Ethan Gagan went right out of his hands.
That's tough. I wonder if he peeked up and saw the black hole over there of Lehi students. And
so many things going through his head. Is Lewis going to give chase? All that kind of stuff, and just his brain was working way faster than his hands.
That's hard.
Poor kid's going to see that in his sleep tonight. He'll see it in his dreams 20 years from now. Falling away. Cowan got it. Soft rim on this left side.
We're going to get some motion here for Skyridge.
Housley cut off by Hanson. Inside now to Kohler. Double comes. Jordan. Dribbles back up top. Hands off to Housley. 15 on the shot clock.
It's crazy how many double teams the Kohlers have seen in the household.
Jordan on the baseline. Oh, Justin won't go down, and John with the rebound. Cooper pulls. Won't go. Rebound to Hansen. Now Hawkins raises. No. And a loose ball foul on Jace John on the rebound attempt there from Ryder Gentry.
Even though Lehi's defense is definitely all over the place, not letting anything easy go, Skyridge has had some good looks at the rim. This game could easily just be a one-possession game.
Yeah. But you think of all the steals from the Pioneers, and they haven't turned into points.
No. They're a little cold from outside. I think Cooper's 0 for 4 right now. But they'll get it going.
Oh, there's a steal again. The 6th steal of the quarter. And the foul given up by Fontaine, pardon me. I'm sure he's not a relative of Johnny Fontaine, the fictional character from The Godfather. Backdoor cut to Hawkins, and Easton gets that over Fontaine.
That's the one thing that I like about Lehi is they might not be the tallest, but everybody that gets in there has some athleticism and shooting.
Oh, and Kohler had that ball stuck to his hip. If it can go wrong, it's going wrong in the quarter for the Falcons. Bromley, the little fancy, the pass there to Hansen off the hands of Gentry. And that's a kid, Bromley, and the first matchup, Bromley had 2 points. And Bromley can get it going. We saw it, Davis hit 7 threes.
Yeah, when he gets some space, he's got some really good balance in the shot. He could be lights out for sure.
Kohler comes off the floor. Brousseau goes to work. Got Mosteller to commit. And Brousseau lays it up and in.
That looked like a Jackson Kohler move right there.
And Brousseau with the near steal. Housley fits that in to Mosteller, send it out for 3. Gagan pumps it back to Gentry. And nice job of staying down there by Caleb Moore.
I know Coach Gardner's trying to save those timeouts, but if things keep staying sloppy like that, he might have to take one.
Mosteller can't get the 3, and Brousseau with the rebound. Run out with Cooper. Lewis slapped away. Good hands there by Gagan with the Karl Malone slap.
They're going to face guard Cooper, make sure he does.
And a block, count the bucket. And bang, bang, charge. Jeff Gardner was in on our referee symposium we had before the year, and they said, hey, if your defender is there after the offensive player begins to come up, we're going to have block all day. And that was close, but that was almost textbook what they talked about before the season.
Yeah, I think he was there. He just turned sideways a little bit, which, that's what the official sees. But, Coach Gardner's trying to get a call to get the momentum back on his side.
And, of course, the way this game has started, it kind of feels like the game at Lone Peak for Skyridge. And they fell behind that game. I think it was 16, 17 points. It was a loss, but they came all the way back to take the lead late in that game. As Hawkins gets the free throw, and Easton will come off the floor.
Lone Peak is a tough team to put away.
Well, especially with Tate, or Isaac Staley.
Yep. Hopefully he's back healthy soon.
So one of the final possessions of the quarter. Backdoor to Gagan with the easy 2.
That almost looked like it's slipping out of his hand.
Yeah, it did. Skyridge is a little sped up in this first quarter. Bromley tried to fit that into Brousseau. Good hands by Kohler. Brousseau on the baseline tried to fit it, and stolen away by Larson. 9 seconds. Tate gives it up to Housley. A little Euro and finish. At the horn, Bromley. Off the front of the iron at the end of one is the Pioneers with defense. 6 steals in the quarter. Have a lead 17-9 on the run from Skyridge. You're watching Skyridge basketball on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. Start of the second quarter. Dusty Lister, Hector Marquez with you. A good push by Skyridge in that quarter, get a little 4-0 spurt because it was a 12-point deficit with nothing going right.
Yeah, I mean, they gave up a lot of turnovers. You know, Lehi wasn't able to convert them, but they're just lucky they're not down a lot more than they are. This is very manageable here. I'm sure Coach Gardner told them to calm down, and we'll see what the second half brings here.
Rousseau snaps in the corner to Cowan, out to Cooper. Good defense there by Housley. Housley jumps it. Yeah, he's going to pick up the foul.
He read it right. He just went in and took a little bit more than the ball. I think Skyridge's bench is going to have to step up in this game.
Rousseau goes at Kohler, got a little hook by him and finishes. And a 10-point lead now for the Pioneers. 17-3 on the year, 6-1 in region play. Their only loss to Skyridge.
I didn't get a chance to see Rousseau on the football field. I heard he was a stud out there.
He is really good. It'll be fun to have the little Rousseau Bowl with Utah State and Colorado State. Gagan lost his footing and traveled. No body contact there, and Gagan just went down in a heap and turns the ball over.
They're nearing, if not 10 turnovers already in the first half. That's not good news.
But one of those things that, hey, easily correctable. Just got to keep playing good defense.
Which they are. I mean, I would hate to get the assignment to chase Cooper Lewis.
Right.
The entire day.
There's a steal. We got 4-on-1. Housley gives it up to Gagan, who lays it in. Defense leads the offense.
Was Gagan the kid that fumbled it out?
Yes, it was. Got one back.
He's got one back.
Cowan, good defense there by Gentry. Cut off by Kohler, sent to the corner. Hawkins chased off his spot, float on the baseline. No. Rebound to Kohler. Larson did not put up a shot in that quarter.
On the trail.
Housley inside out. Kohler lips out the triple and rebound to Bromley.
They got to time that trail a little bit better. Kohler was asking for it for a while.
Pass a little too tall, and Kohler with the steal. I want to see Jordan Kohler on the football field. I know his family's a basketball family and all, but
I don't think his dad will approve of that. But yeah,
I can pitch it.
He's definitely got a tight end body for sure.
Yeah. On the take, and Housley gets a bump, but didn't get the call. Down the floor now with Lehi. Hawkins leaves it for Cowan. Cowan drives it. Gentry got him off his feet. Fall away short. And now a loose ball foul to Cooper Lewis.
I could actually see Kohler like one of those kids that doesn't play football all through high school, and then he decides to play his senior year, picks up a couple of D1s here.
And I'm saying, I used to beg Caleb Lohner to play football. I'm like, Caleb, you're an NFL tight end, bro. And I look at Kohler, and it's like,
with those locks, he could have fit in at USC.
I know. And he's from Texas. They just fit.
I'm not sure what school he's at right now.
Baylor.
He was at Baylor for a while.
He's still at Baylor.
He's still there.
Yep. Gentry got a defender off his feet, and then a foul to Cowan. He got Hansen off his feet. I didn't even get Hansen on the reach. Yep. And that's going to put the sophomore Ryder Gentry at the line.
Skyridge has calmed down a little bit. Their offense is moving the ball a little bit more. They're not getting themselves into trouble.
The little short drive and then terminate your dribble just gets you into trouble, man. It kind of got them stuck in that.
And it can work well if you can backdoor, but Lehi is just they're waiting for that.
Right.
They're playing those passing lanes.
I mean, I think the team does it the most and doesn't turn it over as much as PG. We saw that on Friday night. They get to the it's a free throw line, terminate, turn around, looking for a spot up.
Yeah, they're trying to get some paint touches and kick it.
And Larson comes away with the loose ball, but it's a jump ball, and it will be Skyridge basketball. I got to hand it to Tay Larson. If I were him, I'd be wanting to get me spotted up, coach. Let me just throw some more daggers at these guys. Did it in the first matchup. Be dying for that first pull.
with a coach like Quincy Lewis, he was probably watching film like crazy, figuring things out, and he's not going to get got with the same trick. You got to have multiple tricks in your bag to get Coach Lewis.
Cool.
Even Coach Gardner at that.
Absolutely. These are two of the most respected coaches in all the state. Is Housley's pass. That's twice they tried to get that little lob and left it short. Get that ball up on the backboard there. But a turnover again. The 7th steal for Lehi in the first half.
They're probably at 12 turnovers?
Yeah.
Somewhere around there.
Bromley sends that ball out to Hansen. Side. Kohler all over him. Gets it out to Cowan. Hawkins on the drive. Oh, takes a bump and finishes. Easton Hawkins. There's Larson. Float on the baseline. Short. Rebound to Hansen. Cooper give it up to Hawkins. Easton for 3. Left it short, and Kohler cleans up the board. So down the floor with Skyridge after avoiding that dagger. Here comes Kohler with the hammer.
Great quick twitch reaction by Jordan Kohler there.
You see it, you hear the name, like, well, maybe he plays like Jackson. He doesn't. His game is totally different to Jackson's game.
Yes.
A lot more face up on the baseline as Bromley 4-3. Bryson Bromley, I talked about earlier, you cannot give him room.
Yeah, and if you're a Skyridge fan, that stinks because you get some momentum there building, and then you give up a 3.
There was out-of-state teams that didn't think Bromley could hurt him, and he did.
I think it's funny when out-of-state teams come play Utah teams. I mean, what do they think the Utah kids are going to do?
Right.
We're going to shoot 3s.
You can't drive by us. We're not trying to. Cooper, 4-3. Back-to-back 3s. Timeout, Coach Gardner. Bromley and Lewis grew up together. They go back-to-back triples after the dunk from Kohler. Big response. Full timeout on the floor. 3:14 left in the half. Pioneers 27, Falcons 14. We'll be right back. You're watching Falcon Basketball on the Rewind Sports Network. 3:14 left in the half. 13-point lead, and Hector, the 3-ball gets going for the Pioneers. I mean, it's get scary.
I mean, everybody's in trouble when they get going because Hawkins can light it up. Bromley, Lewis. I mean, you got some freshmen on the roster that can light them up. I don't know. They're just shooters, all of them.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. I talked to a coach beginning this year, beginning of the region play. Oh, that ball is off the mark. Taken away. Here's Brousseau. Double dribble. Yeah, he did. He double dribbled. Yeah, Grayson got stuck there.
He saw the end zone.
Papa Brousseau's going to be mad at me. Jackson, I know he's watching. That's my little brother's little brother. And, yeah, I saw that live. I thought he double dribbled that. And Brousseau with the steal. Brousseau clan saying the ball don't lie.
I think Brousseau is one of the best undersized bigs in the state, or that has to play a big in the state. He's so athletic and active, and even when you got him sealed up, he finds a way to get open. That's the football skills, right?
Yeah, the mentality, and been a 4-year contributor. He was part of that state championship team with Noah Gonzalez in Quincy's first year at Lehi. They won during the COVID year at Salt Lake Community College. Beat Colin Chandler that night.
Yeah, I think one of the worst things to hear Coach Lewis yell out when they're winning is open. Once you hear open, you're in trouble. We'll probably see it later today, but when they run that open set, it's just super tough.
When I was a kid growing up, I mean, one of the great coaches of the state was a guy named Todd Jeffs at Emory, and he would hold up cards. He had his plays on 3x5 cards. If he held up Supersonic, you were in trouble. That was his play.
Emory has had some good basketball in that arena.
His son, Bowie Jeffs, in the state record books. That kid was awesome. 4-year starter. Chandler Pearson, Not to mention Sean Bradley.
Yeah. We were talking off the air some of the pretty cool arenas out there in the state, and Emory's one of them.
Yep.
You mentioned Delta.
Delta's my
really
absolute
cool
favorite.
gym.
I got a foul along the baseline. It's going to go against Bromley.
I mean, nothing against the new
pardon me.
builds. Like Olympus's gym is amazing,
Yeah.
Farmington, but some of those old gyms, there's so much character to them.
Well, built at a time it wasn't on the part of a plan.
Yeah.
They were, they're not. You go to throughout Alpine School District, unless you're at Lone Peak or Timpanogos, it's the same gym. Couple characteristic differences.
I mean, Orem has a really cool little field house.
Yeah. Which is the same gym as Timpanogos and. Oh, and Kohler now. There's the foul. Quincy's mad about it being a late whistle, but that was a foul. Going to put Kohler at the line to shoot 2. He's mad about the whistle comes after the rebound.
I always find that interesting when officials wait to see if they make it to call the foul or not. I mean, in this game, you just got to keep it clean because it's a hostile environment in here for these Skyridge kids.
I'd love to get the explanation. I'm trying to remember it all the conversation because I brought it up before. Yeah, sometimes we're just waiting to see if it does go because we're going to go and because we're thinking, hey, did we have it on the gather or on in his motion, right? The habitual shooting motion.
It's a great excuse. I think they're just trying to not call the foul.
Oh, and Kohler goes 1 of 2. 12-point game. Lewis gives that up to Hawkins. Now Bromley. Oh, nice cut by Hawkins to the rim. And Easton with a little rub dunk. And a lead to 14.
The hard part is the help side guy is face guarding Cooper Lewis. That's why there's no rotation in the back door.
And that's a foul with the body there on Easton Hawkins. Remember, if he jumps straight up, you're vertical. Once he jumps toward the rim or anywhere else, any body contact, even with the block, is still foul.
Yeah, the kids here, they don't know that rule. So. Even if we explain it to them, I don't think they're going to get it.
Well, that's why I go to the parents.
I'm curious if Coach Gardner's going to continue to face guard Lewis. It's kind of opened up things for Hawkins to get loose.
And Bromley with Fontaine. Housley and Cooper battling around the free throw line. Cooper tried to backdoor him, couldn't get there as Cowan does get it to Cooper, pulls and hits. Cooper Lewis.
And that's a jump shot right there.
Oh man.
He elevated on that one.
And there's a steal. 8 of the half. Cowan made a mistake by slowing up on that one. Gagan held it off.
Yeah, when you get a fast break like that, it's not a good idea to pass it backwards. Just take an extra dribble and open up. It's just bad news. Usually leads to a turnover.
About a 5-second difference between game clock and shot clock.
I thought Cowan was going to rise up. I don't know if you saw him during warm-ups. He was hammering them.
Fontaine inside to Kohler. The foul. No! Now the call.
I think they were all waiting for each other to call the foul.
Yeah.
Is that what they're going to tell you next time they meet with you?
I'll ask them.
We were all waiting.
I thought they would call it. No, I thought they would call it.
That's the one thing I like about some of the really good college officials is they actually have the whistle in their hands. They don't have it in their mouth. They don't have it on the lanyard, and it's just so that they make sure that they make the right call. You know, those officials get graded and they get dropped from conferences if they're not calling it.
It's amazing how many thoughts you can have from your chest to your mouth.
Yep.
And Kohler misses the second. Hawkins put on the floor 8 seconds. 5 pulls for 3.
Skyridge finds ways to climb back in, and they find ways to give it back.
I will never forgive James Harden. I will never, ever, ever forgive James. If Antonio Gates didn't get in the NFL Hall of Fame on the first ballot, James Harden should be banned for what he's done to basketball. That is brutal, bro. That is so brutal.
Here's what I will say. I did not like James Harden, but he's a Clipper now, so he has been welcomed.
Oh, so
into
now
my
he's great,
family.
right? So now he's
One of the best point guards ever.
That whole,
All time.
we created the cylinder, but dude jumped. That's a tough call.
I remember watching him play high school ball without the beard.
In Arizona?
No, he was California.
Oh, he's California? I thought he was.
California
Oh, yeah.
kid. Yeah, but he looks like a different human being without a beard.
It's so true.
I don't know how you can play with a beard.
Like that beard.
Just any facial hair just is itchy.
And Hawkins, it's his free throws. 4 seconds. Got a couple dribbles into this one. Got it into Housley. 3, 2, 1 at the horn. And that'll do it for the first half. And the Lehi Pioneer defense led the way. Their offense closed it out down the stretch. We go to the break. Lehi 35, Skyridge 18. You're watching Skyridge Falcon basketball on the Rewind Sports Network. And welcome back into This Is a Place Arena. Dusty Lister, Hector Marquez. The Pioneers lead the Falcons by 17 points. And Hector, I mean, if you're Skyridge, how do you climb back into this ballgame?
I mean, obviously, defensive stops, and, well, we got to stop that kid right here, which is a task. They just got to get some motion going, get multiple guys getting touches. I think when they made that run, they had a lot of guys touching the ball, a lot of movement, kind of like here.
Jordan Kohler, nope.
Yeah, it starts at the defensive end, and you can't win games when you turn the ball over 15 times in the first half.
Oh, Kohler. Ooh, Ringa Cooper on the foul. And Quincy Lewis telling Cooper, hey, be smart, you got 2.
He's not going to take him out.
You don't think you should trust his own son.
Cooper's a high IQ guy, though.
Yeah, he's been around it his whole life. Literally is on the drive. Gagan foul by Brousseau. And that's going to put Ethan Gagan at the line to shoot 2.
I mean, Skyridge can attack and get guys in foul trouble. The problem is there hasn't been a lot of fouls being called. I guess they haven't cleared it, so there's 5 fouls.
Those are timeouts.
Oh yeah, sorry. 2 fouls already.
Yep.
But they haven't fouled a lot that last half.
Well, I mean, there weren't a lot of fouls in the first half at all. They really let him play, especially down low. And Gagan goes 0 for 2 at the stripe. Kohler had the rebound out to Larson. Mosteller back inside Gagan. Hesitated. Sends out Mosteller. The 3 goes. Hit the rim off the backboard and down.
This might be the rim that everybody wants to shoot at over here.
Seemed like it. Cowan goes at Kohler and a foul. He couldn't hold his water there waiting for that charge. He left his feet and kind of jumped backwards.
I think he saw there was a little guy. He's like, I got this one. And he did. And the foul.
Gentry comes back on for Mosteller.
I know Gentry doesn't have very many stats, but word is he can shoot it. See if they can get him going.
First personal foul on Kohler, so not having to be worried about him in foul trouble. Outside with Jordan. Now Gentry outside. Larson. He only put up 1 shot in the first half. Kohler fall away. Got squared up and buried it. So pretty.
That shot runs in the family. Great looking shot.
Always fun to see those kids. Just as much a little different. How he got his shoulders squared up on that turn.
Well, that lifting that knee kind of lines him up as well.
The Dirk Nowitzki.
Yep.
Gentry to Kohler, little baseline jumper, no. And the board to Cooper Lewis. And the foul to Housley. I believe that's number 2 on Housley. So 2 team fouls apiece in the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. We'll get our, mind you, that clock is unofficial. We'll get it resynced up here momentarily. As Brousseau backing Kohler down, sends out to Bromley, chased off by Larson. Brousseau for 3, and got it. Or a long 2. Long 2 there for Brousseau.
Yeah, his right foot on the line.
Housley on the drive past Hawkins, now Kohler. Kohler got around Brousseau. And a 2-shot foul.
That was a great jump in the void by Kohler there. There is no way that's a charge in any gym here in Utah.
And the other part, too, is if it was your player that did the same thing, he tried to avoid it. Everyone would be yelling.
That's true. That is very true.
He tried.
Well, he didn't try hard enough.
As Kohler hits the first. That first matchup, we talked about Kohler had 10 points. I think he's well over that right now.
Yeah, he's got to get it going.
And 1 of 2, and they continue to split pairs.
He's got to be exerting a lot of energy guarding Brousseau. He's a load.
Now outside of Cooper, try to go inside, and a lot of jerseys down there in the steal to Larson. Housley ahead to Kohler.
Pick and roll.
Housley. Junction J, no. And we'll have a loose ball foul. Going to be called on Lehi. Going to be on Cowan. Number 3 on Cowan. And already.
It's kind of slowed up a little bit this quarter here. Skyridge slowly getting some buckets up there. They need this one right now.
Caleb Moore checks in. As an inbound into Larson. High post to Kohler. Back to Larson. Tate couldn't shake Bromley. Back out. Larson loose for 3. Couldn't get it. Rebound to Gentry. Extra possession. Got to get out of the key there. Sends back out. Larson. Second chance. And got it.
He was really close to 3 seconds in the key.
Yeah, he was. Yes, he was.
Great find.
Good job by the sophomore just holding his water there, not panicking.
Yeah. Larson pretty much took 2 shots from the same spot.
Bromley with the answer.
Just when Skyridge gets something going, Lehi finds someone to hit a 3.
It's funny, I had a coach tell me this year, he's like, early in the season, said, you got to get Lehi out of that place. He's like, if they play at home, good luck. Larson, again, back-to-back triples for Tate Larson. But can they get a stop on the defensive side?
Cooper's going to pull up from half. Yeah, this place is rocking for sure.
Bromley outside to Brousseau. Grayson now goes to Cooper. Nice hands there by Housley off the knee of Cooper Lewis. And the basketball will go with the Falcons.
I know we were talking last time, but I'd love playoffs to just all be at home sites. It would be just a tough ticket to get into. And
yeah.
They would just be bursting out of the seams at every arena.
It's just harder for Dane and I to call all 30 of them. That's all.
That's true.
Go to Kohler.
They just got to do it like college. Just have a home site.
Kohler can't get it. And speaking of tight ends, Berteni, one of the top tight ends in the country with the rebound. Hawkins. Oh, he went in and out. The rebound to Gentry.
extracurricular.
They want to step on Kohler as he was on the ground and had his leg up. And Berteni moved in late. Actually, I think that's Hansen wearing a different jersey. Yeah, that's Cy Hansen wearing Berteni's jersey, no doubt.
Is Lehi like a tight end factory now?
Well, Bear moved in from Texas. Originally from Arizona, went to go to Texas, then the family moved to Utah. Sisters are, I understand, are outstanding volleyball players.
The growth over here in Lehi is unreal.
Oh my gosh. Well, it depends on what version of Lehi you're talking about.
Yeah. I mean, Skyridge is booming up there on the east side. I mean, drive over here to Lehi on this side, it's pretty crazy.
Kevin Bacon and all the Footloose crew would not even recognize this place. Cooper, no. Rebound, now run out. Housley to Larson. Gentry got another offensive rebound. Send it back out to Gagan. Tate Larson won that ball right back.
Gentry probably has like 5 offensive rebounds.
Yeah, he's done an outstanding job. We got some outstanding sophomores in the state. As Housley drives at Hansen, got the foul. Cy Hansen picks up the foul, and that's going to put Dane Housley at the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, the class of 2026 here in Utah is loaded.
The Robinson kid at Orem.
Tate Robinson, you got Jamin Sondrup, you have Anthony Falesi, you have Junior County. I mean, the list goes on. Isaiah Drisdom.
Yeah, oh man, Isaiah Drisdom. That game he had on Friday night against Alta, unreal.
They got so close.
They just teed it up for Olympus to get the win. Is 0 for 2 from the stripe. Got to score with the clock stop. Missed opportunities.
Yeah, Olympus pulled out a big win at home against Alta tonight.
And Alta's first loss.
To an in-state team this year.
Cooper, 4-3. Cooper Lewis. His third 3, I believe, of the night. And Coach Gardner saying it's time. We put to the watch, but 1 minute left.
I thought Dame Lillard was going to run out there. Lehi would have been in trouble.
No. Housley with Hawkins out there with him. 14 on the shot clock, and Housley right to the rim. And a 2-for-1 opportunity.
I don't know if he was thinking that, but it works.
Yeah. Well, and Housley, he's a good driver. You saw that in the Westlake game. And now you get Housley with the foul. I think that's number 3 on Dane Housley.
Yeah, pulling Kohler out and putting him at the high post really opened everything down low. Housley with that quick first step. I'm surprised Coach hasn't pulled him out so he didn't pick up his 4th.
Here's Brousseau. Try to go back door to Hawkins and a turnover. Chance to make it an 11, possibly 10-point ball game. Fontaine did not check in. So it's Larson, Kohler, Mosteller, Housley, and Gentry. Mosteller kind of stuck. Got to give it up. That 5-second closely guarded. 10 seconds left. Larson over to Kohler. 4 seconds. 3 seconds. 2. Spin, baseline, fall away. No, Mosteller's put back. Would have counted, but left it short. As we go to the 4th quarter, the Pioneers lead 47-34 over the Skyridge Falcons. You're watching Skyridge Basketball on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. Start of the fourth quarter. Dusty Litster, Hector Marquez with you, 47-34. And Hector, you're saying when we left it felt like Lehi had a huge lead, and you look up and it's a very manageable 13 points.
Yeah, I mean, the way Larson's been shooting.
Gentry moving out the ball. Nice find from Mosteller.
I mean, they're down 9. You get Larson a couple more. Gentry seems to be rebounding every offensive possession that they miss. We got a game here.
Coach Gardner going with the call on the sheet. I was talking about Todd Jeffs earlier, and all of a sudden he just took it all in. Here comes Bromley. Outside. Now Hawkins with 10 seconds. Hawkins drives at Gentry. Left hand. Oh, what a finish by Easton Hawkins.
He's had quite a few of those today where he just kind of gets up in the air, uses the athleticism to finish somehow.
Canadian bloodline in Alberta. A lot of family in the Cardston area. Is Larson online, but no. Out of bounds. Off of Lehi.
We got the Hawkins right across from us.
Yeah. Mama Hawkins always records her own game film.
You think she does play-by-play?
She's pretty quiet. Kim, she's a good one. Lob that into Kohler. Slapped away. Gentry there for the loose ball. 4 points for the sophomore in the quarter.
4 points, probably 7 rebounds. That's how you stay on the floor as a young player.
I thought Mosteller would have the steal. Bromley cross court to Cooper. Nearly 4. Yep, number 4 there on Housley. Now bring Gagan off the bench.
Gagan's going to come up big here for Skyridge with this sub.
Rousseau holds up top.
As I'm watching all these players trying to corral Cooper.
Misses. Oh, they got to stop the shot clock. They're going to call this on the floor, but they need to stop it to get the shot clock fixed. That's what Gardner's yelling too. They reset the shot clock on the air ball, and there's about 3 seconds afterward. That game should have been stopped to fix the shot clock.
Sure. Yeah, but Cooper's got to be one of those top 5 guys that are just so hard to guard, along with like Ace Reiser and who else you think is one of those top 5 guys?
Hard to cover.
Yeah, little guards.
Ace Reiser.
Ace Reiser, yeah.
Ace is there. Jordy, probably Jordy Barnes. Drism. And Drism's way bigger than you think for being a sophomore.
He is.
He looks like his dad. No way.
I don't.
Cooper, no. And a rebound to Kohler.
I'm sure Tim might say he's not as cool as him.
He hasn't proved it yet. And if you're Isaiah, like, well, you're in the Mountain West Conference, Dad. We'll figure that out. And Kohler inside, no. And no foul call on some of that contact down there. Quickly down the floor with Cooper. But they've let him play around the rim all night. Down the lane, Bromley, no. Rebound still loose. Hawkins nearly got that to go. The foul going to go to Kohler. He'll be his second. Going to put Easton Hawkins at the line to shoot 2.
That's tough because Skyridge has gotten 2 stops. They got the stop where they might have gotten the shot clock violation, and then they get a stop here, but then they get, nobody boxes out Hawkins, and he's going to take advantage of it right here.
And here's what I'll point out is Jeff Gardner, Matt, so is Quincy Lewis. They were calling fouls on either side there. They were just going to let it play out.
Yeah. I mean, Lehi's not the biggest team in the state, but they're physical, and they're not afraid to actually create the contact. As Hawkins is probably one of the better kids that goes in and attacks the rim.
Hawkins makes it a 13-point game. I was talking to the all-time leading scorer in state of Utah's history earlier today, and Randy Reed. I compared Hawkins to Ginobili because that kid gets the ball, and it dives at the rim. And I'm not a big Ginobili fan, but it's just kind of the best comp to his game, being right-handed. And a charge there to Kohler. Underneath the hoop. There's not a restricted area, but I can't handle charges under the hoop. The refs can only call rules that they can call. the Chargers under the hoop. I want to lose my cookies.
I don't like it either. I don't think we're going to get a restricted area for a while. I'm just glad we had a shot clock. But, yeah, I don't know if I like that call. But,
and they come back, got the block. And right now, Skyridge has got to feel snake bit. Get the block underneath and one to Grayson Brousseau. And the big fella will go to the line.
It doesn't seem to be going Skyridge's way today.
No.
Still 5 minutes left. Housley on the bench. Maybe get back in there. No, he's still out. He's right there, isn't he?
It wasn't Housley, it was on Tate Larson.
But Housley has 4, right?
Oh, yeah, he does have 4, yep.
He just got back in.
I'm only laughing because Jeff Gardner wanted a word with the official, and Quincy walked all the way up. He wanted to hear the conversation, too. Larson tried to go back door to Housley. End up getting there. Blocked away by Lewis. It'll be Skyridge ball.
Lewis has like 3 blocks today.
Yes, he does. He got 3 blocks. He got 3 steals.
Yeah, it is.
Proving he's more than just a spot-up guy.
Yeah, he's going to be a really good get at the next level. I think he's a Division I kid.
Absolutely. Gagan long on the 3 and the rebound to Lewis. As much as game 1 went the way of Skyridge, game 2 has gone the way of Lehi. Grayson, fall away. No. Pioneers ran into each other. It'll be Skyridge basketball. Look at this to Lehi. Their defense has kept Skyridge out of rhythm all night. They've not been just possession after possession have gone their way.
It is. They'll get maybe two possessions where they score, and then Lehi goes on a run.
Full timeout on the floor. 4:51 left in this one. We'll be right back. 4:51 left in the fourth quarter. Time running low here for Skyridge.
Yeah, they got to pick up the pace. The hard part is Lehi is such a good defensive team as they get another steal there.
That's a 10th or 11th steal tonight. Cowan lost the handle, taken away by Gagan. Now Housley leaves it back for Kohler, pulls for 3, short. Board goes to Brousseau.
Yeah, Lehi's on-ball defense is really good. They rotate really well. I mean, no one's going to want to be paired up with them in the playoffs. I'm curious what kind of seeding they'll get.
Oh, the RPI is closed. I was going to say, let's take a look. But when you look at that 6A state tournament, I mean, I think all year I've thought it's Corner Canyon and the battle underneath them. I still feel that way, but that battle underneath them is going to be unreal.
Yeah, I mean, it's just tough to not have Corner Canyon as your front runner with Brody, Kozlowski coming back, and they got a true point guard in Brighton Valdez. They got a big and Darrell Desire. I mean, Taylor Farrell, size, wing shooting.
Valdez is another one of those sophomores.
No, Valdez is a junior.
Oh, he's junior. Am I right? You're right.
And I mean, you got Noah Bendinger, another junior that can shoot it. It seems like they're all accepting their roles too. Nobody wants to see AF.
Well, it's because if you're playing at Corner Canyon, it's like playing for the Rock. Know your role and shut your mouth. There's a steal to Cooper Lewis.
And it's worked, right?
Yeah, the Charger way is Cooper Lewis. Right to the rim and finishes off the steal. Here comes Dane Housley, leaves it back for Gagan. Gentry, now Kohler. Again off on the 3. It's not been the night from deep for Jordan as Larson can't get that one to go. And there's the big difference in game 1 and 2 is Brousseau drives at Kohler, got inside of him. Gets the foul, gonna put him at the line. See, that goes to Gentry, no, goes to Kohler. Number 3 on Kohler.
Going back to the 6A teams, and you got a team like Bingham that's been up and down. I mean, they have the guys to like upset anybody. I mean, it's kind of. I mean, Davis has been playing really well.
Davis has a chance to do it too, yeah.
I mean,
well, and Leighton. The question with Layton, every game's close for Layton.
I mean, they're prepared for any close game because all of them are like that.
Every one of them.
I mean, I don't.
Now,
Coach Miller has no more hair to lose.
But the thing, that's very true. The thing is, every team in Region 1 has a guy on every team. Weber has Skank. Fremont's got Hanson. Davis has got everyone because anyone can go off on you. You got.
And then you got Farmington. I mean,
Yeah.
you just. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? Some kid might break up with his girlfriend and they're in trouble.
Just be playing Heartbreak Hotel the whole time.
Yeah. Stay off of social media.
Yeah, absolutely. Shut it down. It's just 5 days. This is Housley. It goes at Hawkins, doesn't get the call, doesn't get the bucket. Brousseau with the board and lead out to Cooper. Lewis goes through Gentry, no call. The rebound loose, taken by Cowan, back up and in. That's this game in a possession.
Yep. You get a stop, they get an offensive board, and
Gentry gets the foul on Cowan. That's number 4, I believe. You know.
I like what I'm seeing from Gentry. He's a good piece to add. Looks like Coach Lewis is going to call a timeout.
Timeout on the floor for Coach Quincy Lewis. 2:53 left in the fourth in the Battle of Lehi. We'll be right back. You're watching Skyridge basketball. Welcome back in. Dusty Litzer, Hector Marquez inbound in. Gentry no. As Hawkins gets the rebound, and Lehi going to improve to 18-3 on the year. Going to be 7-1 in region play. Each of these teams have one game left in region before we go to the state tournament next week. Can't believe we're saying that.
I know.
Cowan inside. Can't get it. And the rebound to Gentry.
This season has gone by really, really quickly. A lot of parity across the state this year.
Well, I think all the state tournaments, that 5A state tournament, now you see Alta go down is Larson, no. And, but you have that happen where Alta loses their first in-state game, got a foul down low, where it kind of just feels like, all right, the state tournament, anything can happen. Now, it might go exactly how we've all thought it would go, but it gives you that feeling that, hey, anything's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, Alta's super tough when they're healthy. I know they have the Ace Risers playing with the hurt ankle. But Olympus is good, Highland's good, Orem's good. You know, the 5A is going to be fun. Go down to 4A. Dixie's real good. Huntwood's playing really good basketball with Chris Cox back. There's a lot of good basketball in the state of Utah from top to bottom.
And it's good to have Chris Cox back in the state, too.
Yeah, I ran into him at the gym the other day, and guys were playing pickup. I'm like, "You're not playing pickup, right?" He's like, "No, I just can't get some extra shots up."
Just getting the blood flowing a little bit.
Yeah, you never know when you're playing pickup at Vasa. Somebody's really upset at the mortgage they have to pay, and they take it out on some kid.
That's been lighting them up all night. There's Gentry with another basket. I mean, if I'm going to go by the cells on our sheet, this starts at number 2. I'm not going to guess. We're well over 100 games so far. We're going to finish around 200 games. If I'm looking at the sheet, this is game after tonight. We'll be at 131 games that we've done with Rewind since the end of football season.
Ooh.
Oh, nice pass inside. And the foul. Going to put Brousseau at the line.
A great no-look misdirection. Cooper Lewis is showing that he can do it all. He's blocking shots, shooting some crazy jumpers, passing the ball, steals. I mean, his stat line's got to be wild.
Yeah, got to be really good. As that's going to be the night for Cooper Lewis as Jace John comes on, and along with Caleb Moore. And this is a different part with the RPI stuff, is that you can lose games. It's all about your ranking in the RPI. Your region record isn't what gets you in the state. It's just you got to win games so you get off the line. And here's the interesting part, too, in the 6A bracket. Corner Canyon is the best team in 6A. They're not going to be the top team in the RPI. They're going to be mid-range RPI. And you're going to get them early because of Brody Kozlowski being out at the beginning of the year.
Do you remember who was the number 1 RPI team?
Closing, I think it was Lehi.
Okay, so, I mean, I hate to say it or jinx it, but I would not be surprised if Lehi and Corner Canyon are in the same bracket.
Right. Depending on the line that Corner Canyon ends on, it'll be interesting. They played in the regular season. Lehi got the win. Cooper had a good night.
No Brody, right?
No Brody. And that was where Corner would really figure themselves out before Noah Bendinger became a bigger part of their team, as Fontaine can't get that one to go. And it's kind of been the night tonight. But for Lehi, the bounce back after that loss, their only loss in region play, been very impressive. And for Skyridge, it's you go back to the drawing board to close out the season on a high note.
Yeah, go watch some film, see what you did good, and fix some of the things that didn't go as planned.
Skyridge is at Pleasant Grove and then home to American Fork next Tuesday and Friday. You'll have both those games right here on the Rewind Sports Network. And we know that both those games will be good too.
Yeah, there's no cupcakes in the region.
No. As Gentry fouled on the putback with 3.2 seconds left, and it's all semantics. I think the bright spot, if you're Coach Gardner tonight, is that you found a sophomore that's ready to play in a big game. Gentry came in, gave great minutes.
He was not rattled at all. I mean, he was just crashing the boards. Especially on the offensive glass, he was solid.
Missed the first, has one more. And that'll put the finishing touches on this one. That will do it. The Pioneers avenge the loss at Skyridge and come in and get a 62-41 win over the Skyridge Falcons. Hector, your final thoughts, and we'll select the player of the game from each team.
I mean, my final thought is that Skyridge is good. We didn't see the best performance from them today, but they're good. Lehi, man, Cooper Lewis kind of set the tone a little bit with, the steals that he racked up and then crazy three-point jumpers. Skyridge, I mean, Lehi's built to beat anyone in the state. And with a few more games to play, they're just a force.
They've actually been outstanding. And player of the game from Lehi.
It's gotta be Cooper Lewis.
It has to be Cooper. All of a sudden you pick it, not me doing it.
Yeah, Cooper had a really good game statistically. I mean, he probably had 7 steals, 4 blocks, probably like 4 or 5 rebounds, and I'm not sure how many points, but he was electric today.
Well, absolutely. And a player of the game from Skyridge in a losing effort.
I think Larson. Yeah. Larson hit some big shots. But yeah, no, Larson was able to kind of keep them close. It just wasn't enough. He couldn't get enough looks, and they were all over him too.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, again, our final score from Lehi, it is the Pioneers 62 and Skyridge 40. A big win for Coach Quincy Lewis and the Lehi Pioneers. For Addison Kerr, Bauer Anderson, and Hector Marquez, I'm Dusty Lister. Thanks for joining us and for watching Skyridge basketball on the Rewind Sports Network. We'll be back on Tuesday for Skyridge at Pleasant Grove. You have that right here on KSLSports.com. So long from This Is a Place Arena.
I thought I was gonna